What's good with it, Black Goose TV family? Double salute as always. Your boy Fluence Boxing is back in the building, and I got some breaking news for my people, for my family. Unfortunately, this particular boxing news is not something that I'm happy to report to my people, but hey, y'all need to know this because it is very important. It's heartbreaking for me because I was very so much looking forward to this fight, specifically because my guy Anthony Yarde was finally getting the shot that he deserved. I really do believe in Anthony Yarde. I really do believe that he is going to be the next big thing at light heavyweight once he gets his shot. I'm telling you right now, ain't no one finna take away the things that he will do when he gets his chance and he gets this opportunity. And unfortunately, he got his opportunity, took it away, because he was supposed to be the mandatory fight for Artur Beterbiev. We all know that was supposed to happen in October, after Beterbiev basically put an absolute beating on Joe Smith Jr. Respect to Joe Smith Jr. He did his thing, but at the end of the day, Beterbiev showed to be the better fighter, stronger fighter, more skilled fighter. Obviously, it was announced that the mandatory and Anthony Yarde was supposed to happen, or the fight between Yarde and Beterbiev was going to happen this coming October. It was nothing but a done deal. And unfortunately, now this news came out today. Like I said, breaking news, it is going to be postponed. Now, you guys see in my title, I put the fight was canceled. The reason why I put the fight was canceled is because it was canceled. And we do not have a new date for the postponement. Okay. So I'm not the type of person to, play these different type of politics. Like, respect to boxingscene.com. They're being respectful. You know what I'm saying? Their title, it says, Beterbiev was injured. Mandatory title defense against Anthony Yarde is postponed. Well, I don't see anything being postponed unless we have a new date. If it was postponed, they would have said, hey, it's postponed for this month, and they're trying to make it happen around this day, okay? From my knowledge, none of that has been revealed. All they're saying is, hey, we're going to try and make this happen in 2023. So in my mind, I see it as this fight is canceled, and there is a very big possibility that Anthony Yarde versus Artur Beterbiev may not happen. Now, why do I feel this way? Why am I being cynical and thinking when it comes to this particular fight? Is because I don't think Bob Arum, Top Rank Beterbiev wanted this fight with Yarde to take place in the first place. And why am I saying this? Not because anyone's scared, not because it's a bad stylistic matchup for Artur Beterbiev, which I personally believe, not because Yarde may be the guy to come and dethrone Beterbiev, which I personally believe. I don't think it has anything to do with that. I actually think Bob is looking at it as, if it don't make money, it don't make sense. Yarde has a very big fan base when it comes to UK, but you guys all understand that his fan base in the UK is very iffy, right? There's like a side of the UK fans that love Anthony Yarde, and there's a side that hate him, right? And I've always said this when it comes to Yarde. I never understand his hate. I never understand why they feel the way he felt about him. He has basically the same story as Anthony Joshua, how he started boxing, how he came up in boxing, not much of an amateur career. The only thing that's different is the fact that Anthony Yarde was not an Olympian, okay? But a lot of his experience came from, taking certain fights earlier in his career, mid-career, for him to get that experience. Obviously, one of the biggest fights he had was against Kovalev, which he lost, etc. Then, of course, he revenged his loss against Lyndon Arthur as well. But nonetheless, he has a very similar story to Anthony Joshua, but the difference is the Olympic background, right? And I think the reason why Anthony Joshua is loved so much more than Anthony Yarde is because of that Olympic background, even though a lot of people feel like there's no way that Anthony Joshua should have a gold medal. Obviously, he was gifted that. That's what a lot of people say. Anyways, anyways, back to my point is the reason why I feel like there's a possibility this fight may not actually end up happening is because Bob Arum is sitting there like, hey, it's too high of a risk, too low of a reward. I was very surprised when this fight was announced. I was very surprised that when the WBC came out and said, hey, Anthony Yarde is your mandatory title defense, you have to fight him. I was surprised that Bob Arum, ESPN Top Rank, and Beterbiev was so open to saying, yeah, let's make it happen. We're going to get the date official. And they had official date in October. But I was surprised because I was like, that doesn't really make sense for Beterbiev because he's not going to really gain anything from this because Anthony Yarde doesn't really have any U.S. fans. So me seeing this, hey, okay, I'm not saying I'm calling anybody a liar, but I skimmed through this article really quick. We're going to go into the nitty gritty. We're going to go into the details, but I skimmed it because in the title, I wanted to put the actual injury. There was no actual injury reported. What I mean by that is the specific. They just said he was injured. They didn't say it was a shoulder injury. They didn't say it was a pulled abdomen. They didn't say, he has to have knee surgery. They didn't say he had a broken wrist, nothing. They just said he was injured, right? I'll even give Jamal Charlo the benefit of the doubt when it comes to Selecki. At least he said what the injury was, or they put out there what the supposed injury was, even though I still think that was some bullshit. And then the same thing with Demetrius Andrade and Zach Parker. At least they said what that particular injury was, even though I still feel like that was some bullshit. It was just a way to be like, hey, this fight does not make sense now with the state of how boxing has changed, let's go ahead, get out of here. Let's get a fight that makes sense for their career. I think that's what's going on right here with Beterbiev and Yarde. I think Beterbiev versus Yarde would be big money if it would have happened in the UK, but obviously it's not because Top Rank and ESPN has the power. So it's going to be in America. So a lot of people are going to be like, who is this dude fighting? Because a lot of people don't follow Yarde, right? We also hear that Joshua Buatsi is supposed to fight Jean Pascal. So what does that mean? Dimitri Bivol is going to be open. What does that mean? Zerto Ramirez versus Dimitri Bivol is supposed to happen, right? Because the mandatory, right? I will not be surprised if we see Artur Beterbiev versus Dimitri Bivol. I won't be surprised because I do not think Bivol, Eddie Hearn's team, I don't think they want anything to do with Zerto Ramirez right now because it don't make no money, so it don't make no sense. Too high of a risk, too low of a reward. He was trying to make Bivol versus Joshua Buatsi, but unfortunately, here comes the mandatory. Nah, Joshua Buatsi got to fight Jean Pascal. So I think Eddie Hearn is looking at things. I think Top Rank Bob Arum is looking at things. They're saying, okay, we can actually make the Beterbiev versus Bivol fight happen when before it seemed like it probably wasn't going to happen because Matchroom Eddie Hearn was leaning toward Bivol versus Buatsi because it was keeping all the money in the family. But now that's probably not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is all my speculation. I'm not calling anybody lies. I'm just saying, hey, yo, this is how boxing works. It's on some fickle shit. Let me know if y'all agree with me. Let me know if y'all disagree with me. Let me know what y'all think specifically about anything I'm saying. I really want to hear you guys' opinion because, you know what I'm saying, I need to hear you guys' side as well so we can kind of try and put everything together, you know what I'm saying, try and grab from it here, grab from there, and then, you know what I'm saying, make a whole. You feel me? So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty of the article. I'm going to give you guys some details based out of boxingscene.com. Obviously, they're going to be a lot more specific. A lot of things that I'm saying is speculative. A lot of things I'm saying is from my personal viewpoint. But let's see if we can kind of, you know what I'm saying, mush everything together enough where we can get a clear-cut understanding of what's going on, or maybe not. Boxing, a lot of times, you never do get a clear-cut understanding. You just got to kind of go with the flow. So with that being said, before we get into this article, man, make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, which is right next to the like button. Road to 5K before the end of the year. Show your boy some love. Notification gang, because you know I'm always dropping content. By the way, big news. Flowing Sundays is going to be back this Sunday, so y'all can look out for that. Dropping music again. So much love to the people. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of this article. As you can see, boxingscene.com, Artur Beterbiev injured. Mandatory title defense against Anthony Yarde is postponed. Me personally, I think it's been canceled. Artur Beterbiev appears to be done for the year. BoxingScene.com has learned that the plans are now on hold for the lineal WBC IBF WBO light heavyweight champion to defend against England's Anthony Yarde. An undisclosed injury suffered by Beterbiev forced the previously agreed upon WBO mandatory title fight. Earlier I said it was WBC, but it is WBO. Eyed for late October to be pushed back until early 2023. So that is good news. I said it was canceled because we don't have a new date. It is good that they're saying they're pushing it back to early 2023, so they are looking for the fight to still happen. Me personally, I don't think it will because pushing it back to 2023 with no actual month that they're looking to make it happen, that says to me this fight's probably not going to happen. Beterbiev is probably going to be looking to have that Bivol fight, most likely. But IFL TV reports that Yarde will likely have a stay busy fight in November, according to the Hall of Fame promoter Frank Warren. So that come on, Anthony Yarde's going to have a stay busy fight, and all of a sudden they're going to turn around and fight in like January, February, March. I don't know, man. I don't know. Something about this doesn't sound right, man. So Beterbiev suffered both an injury and illness in his postponed IBF mandatory title defense against Adam Dienz, already a replacement opponent for Ming Fanlong. A rib injury prompted a postponement of their October 2020 date in Russia, which was already pushed back 1 month, while positive COVID test forced Beterbiev to withdraw from the rescheduled December 2020 class. So Boxing Scene is just touching on the fact that Beterbiev has had history of certain injuries happening in between training camps, etc., which has made him have to push back fights. This is nothing new, basically what they're saying. The two finally met in March with Beterbiev scoring a 10th round stoppage. So the IBF has scheduled a purse bid hearing for August 30th to determine promotional rights for the order title elimination bout between 2016 Olympic bronze medalist Joshua Buatsi and former lineal WBC champ Jean Pascal. I dropped a video on that. Y'all can check that out. Excuse me for the audio problems with that joint. So the delay in getting to Yarde will likely leave the winner with at least one more mandatory title defense to honor. Title eliminators have been ordered by both the WBC and IBF. Excuse me. So, you know, that's if I'm Anthony Yarde, if I'm an Anthony Yarde fan, which I am, that doesn't sound too promising. That tells me that we're probably not going to see Anthony Yarde versus Beterbiev next year. I don't see it happen. Hopefully we will. That would have to be pushed by Top Rank, ESPN, and Beterbiev to be like, I really want the fight against Anthony Yarde. But from now until next year, We're talking about Buatsi, Bivol, Zilda Ramirez, Yarde. What may and Beterbiev is supposed to be the top of the food chain. Also, remember this: we'll have an idea of what's going on with Canelo, because let's say Canelo beats Triple G. Let's say Canelo fights one more time before the end of the year against John Ryder, and then now he wants to move back up to light heavyweight to fight Bivol or whoever has a belt. Now we're talking about a possible Beterbiev versus Canelo clash. So I think it's him. I think it's top rank in ESPN. Bobber, I'm sitting back and saying, hey, Yarde is a good fight. It's a fun fight, but let's wait until next year and let's see what our options are available, because we can have a plethora of options, and it can consist of maybe a Canelo, maybe a Zilda Ramirez, maybe a Dimitri Bivol, maybe Joshua Bossi, and maybe an Anthony Yarde. So I think that's what they're doing, because they definitely know that Artur Beterbiev is at the top of the food chain when it comes to light heavyweight division, with Bivol being a very close second, and that's only because he fought Canelo and beat him, which he's not even natural light heavyweight, so that's why he obviously is a close second and not number one. So what do you guys think about this, man? You guys disappointed at all? I know I'm disappointed. I was very much so looking forward to this fight, but this is how it goes. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we had a stack next couple of months, 3-4 months, whatever the case may be, before the end of the year. In the case of seeing some big name fighters fight, unfortunately, this was one of them that I was really looking forward to, but it got pulled, so it is what it is. But let me know what you guys think, BlakGooseTV family, man. Drop it below in the comments. As always, help your boy out with the algorithm. The more you comment, the better I get into that joint. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, road to 5K before the end of the year. Notification gang, so you know whenever I'm dropping stuff. Remember, once again, Fluent Sunday is coming back this Sunday, and on the Schwarzenegger side of the game, I'll be back, but with more boxing. Stay blessed, not stressed. Salute to the people. You already know what it is, man. Keep supporting my